Welcome back to another edition of Why It Works. I'm Joelle Martinek, owner of photography of Ginger Soul Photography here in Los Angeles. Good day to you. Today we are looking at this image of beautiful dancer Luke. So let's just get started. First thing that I love is that I feel like the color theory in this image is really great. So we've got the really beautiful blue sky here, and then the green, which feels very much in the same tone of uh, of that sky, and then they have on, just very neutral clothing, right? The tank top, the pants, and then I love that they added the hat here. So all very well coordinated to the environment. So that color theory works really great. Especially when I'm shooting dancers, I always say bring a lot of clothing, and then we'll go shopping in the trunk of your car before we start, because we want to see what it looks like this day. um, so the lighting in this, it's a little bit earlier than golden hour. And so this is essentially a front lit image. That just means I'm taking the photo from here, and then the sun is back here behind me, right? So that light is just evenly falling, right? You see that there's not really any shadows anywhere, like on their face or anything. So that front lighting is, just creates beautiful, even light. And it also makes these colors pop a lot. So the next thing that I love is, right, I do love all of this foliage in the foreground here, right? Really gives depth right here. I'm shooting on a 24 to 70 lens. It's a 2.8, so not super, shallowed up the field, but really nice. So you get this blur here. You get this that's a little more in focus back here, which just creates some depth. For those of you who don't know what that means, it just is like the eyeball of the lens, how wide it opens creates different depths. So you can achieve this on your iPhone as well using like portrait mode. So you get, that blurred out background or that blurred out foreground. Um, so it's a great thing to do. So, and then essentially this foliage is creating like leading lines towards them. So, so there's that. And then the next thing is obviously all of this negative space up here really allows us to breathe. So we're sort of reading, the photograph today more from like the ground up, right? So from the bottom to the top, which as we were posing, as we were, talking about movement, I had them just sort of improv a little bit, and I felt like I said, just feel like you're growing, like you're pushing up and growing. And I love that, the image, they're very centered in the image, right? So we are still using that idea of like the rule of thirds down here with the oh, my pencil's not working, with the foliage, right? So that's pretty much in the third. They are pretty much in this third. My thirds are really terrible. And then all of that negative space up here in that last third. And then the movement as well is really taking our eye up, right? So feels like they're really growing up and out of this foliage, right? And all the way reaching straight up. I wanted to make sure that I left a little bit of space up here, right? Because it would feel really crowded if, the top of the frame was like here, right? So I leave just a little bit more space up there. And that is why this image works. I love the colors, I love the movement. Dance photos don't always have to be a wabam, like big kick, batma, to be impactful. I think this is a really beautiful representation of where Luke was during the shoot. They're growing and just figuring out where they want to be, and the colors, everything. Don't be scared of sunlight, right? You can use it. Notice that I don't have them sort of like looking straight at me, right? Their eyes would be really squinty at that point, because the sun is directly behind me. So, it's being very conscious of where that sunlight is. But greens, blues, great neutral, beautiful pose, more centered feeling this time, but that is why it works. So please make sure that you like and subscribe. Again, don't be scared to leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you have a great day.